Now, what on earth was I doing? And why? Why? As far as I understand it, yes. First of all, I've started out with a castle and 2 little towns. I have upgraded those little towns since to castles. However, since I don't have a reliable source of lumber, which is allegedly to be found all the way to the northeast, I will definitely struggle to upgrade them further. Always click on those silly fortifications. I don't need these upgrades because I have nearby buildings that can... yes, of course, that can be used to upgrade on one hand the cavalry, and on the other hand, 2 other types of units. Thank you for watching, it really means a decent bit to me. Anyway, this is the main castle, even though it's number 2 on this list, but I believe the top to bottom, left to right, which would explain a thing or two. And therefore, there's basically next to nothing over here in this castle. Although, now that I think about it, I presumably should build an archery range. Well... thanks. Please give anything else a try. I promise you, some of the other stuff is of appreciable quality. This as far as I can tell. Some of it may ultimately fall beneath my standards to some extent, but it's not just Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Even though that's what viewer figures seem to say. Really? I mean, I've read so many comments pointing out how utterly terrible I am at this game, so, I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, I have taken 8 hours to beat a mission that allegedly some other guy beat in 8 minutes. So, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. I guess my competence is at best middling, but I'm glad I was able to help to any extent. Either way, as I was saying, this place right here requires the armory, but cannot, alas, get it, because I don't have the lumber. And as far as the heroes are concerned, my primary hero is the king over here. Some people want a brief journey. Some people most certainly do. The king's over here. I am exploring this little region. Then there's what used to be my primary hero, Galavant over here. On his merry way to do what now? Yes, he has visited the Hut of the Magi, either by revealing the territory all around, and as soon as he's done fiddling about over the... yes, he is supposed to visit the archer's house to get some archers to deliver them over here to be upgraded, obviously. And this guy is waiting for next week's reinforcements. Or possibly next month. So, alright. Get him over here, get the archers, got the archers. It's so loud. So I take the archers, get more archers from over here, send the secondary hero, displayed as the first hero over here, to the hut. And, as much as I am perfectly willing to take the gold these days, I am also absolutely prepared to collect the experience as I usually do. I have experimented oh so much. I wish I had found lumber, but alas, although there is a pile of wood over here. Lots of fire elementals. I believe that is a force I can absolutely deal with right here, right now. Few things can stop me. Even though I've lost my single paladin, that is still okay. Even though he doesn't know a single spell, that is still okay. Let's just resort to using ranged units to begin with. We do have a few shots to take at the fire elementals, so might as well take them. Oh, absolutely, the AI is also new and improved, but thankfully, there are difficulty levels to pick from. So I'm playing this campaign on the normal. I am not going to play this on hard. Although I guess the AI might just make a slew of different mistakes, completely brand new. Make some inexplicable choices of its own, which I'm perfectly content with. I mean, I don't insist on the AI being particularly smart. I don't necessarily want to be challenged in unusual ways. This is challenging enough as it is. I just hope, against hope, that none of these missions is designed with the AI being stupid in mind, because then I might just become horribly, gruesomely stuck for well, I could argue through no fault of my own, not necessarily. Through a lack of understanding, perhaps. On some mission that has to be played completely differently from the way it was originally intended, but we shall see. Either way, pathfinding or scouting, as much as I don't know, scouting actually does sound tempting to a certain extent, and I am just prancing across a green little meadow, so why not take scouting to reveal a bit? Can you make the AI better without making it able to do things the player can't? Absolutely you can. It's not like the original AI made the best, most logical choices in all sorts of circumstances. Got crushed on level 2. Well then! Oh my goodness! I guess I've managed to get a couple of things done. Oh yes! Yes, it absolutely is! I've only started this campaign. I will continue with the remaining 2 with the new AI and the model, you know, the remade engine. Yeah, I presume that's the case. Unless, of course, I get horribly stuck, in which case I'm willing to do basically anything. Revert to the old version, lower the difficulty. Hopefully I'll not have to just ditch the entire playthrough entirely. But if the AI has the map all cleared, what, is invisible? Everything. No. The AI, as far as I understand it, doesn't cheat in this version. In the original it may have, but not in this version. It tries to make the most sensible choices based on the information provided. At least as far as I understand it. I mean, I don't remember all the details. I've just briefly looked through the code, but there's a decent bit of reasonably, say, sophisticated stuff going on, though. You have, say, the enemy heroes being, having separate roles, let's say. So you could have a hero that is supposed to be out there exploring, marked as a scout. You could have a hero that is supposed to deliver reinforcements, and so on and so forth. One is tasked with visiting all the buildings periodically, and so on. Yeah. I hope to be finally done with this game once and for all, to never come back to it, ever. You come upon a bridge, spanning a dry gully before you can cross. A troll steps out from under the bridge and demands payment before it will permit you to pass. You refuse, and the troll charges, forcing you to slay it. You take its spiked shield as a trophy, and it gives you +2 to defense. Awesome. Right, what do we have to do? If anything. Can't build anything here, anything over here. We can upgrade the blacksmith, but there's certainly no need for that, considering the fact that all the units from the blacksmith can be upgraded over here. Alright, let's end the turn. As you can see, the enemy heroes are milling about, as they are wont to be. Any mana this guy can have? Yes, I guess. It doesn't matter, though. We move him here, we move this guy there. Glorious, but what about units from over here? And what about all the water wheels and such? They haven't been visited. That's atrocious. Alright, fine, I've changed my mind. I guess this hero is gonna go ahead and visit the windmill and such. This hero is going to go all the way back over here. Upgrade the units, and of course my main hero is going to get all the experience. What else? Lots of mutant zombies, who cares? Do we pursue the mutant zombies? Yes, we do, to get the experience. Might as well. Not the best decision, I guess. It's somewhat tedious, and if I'm not careful enough, I might possibly incur some losses, but whatever. I don't know. Is this a sort of scenario where I should just figure I might as well turn auto battling on and just defeat them that way? It does include auto combat, and it is on by default. I don't know. I guess I'm just ideologically against it on pure principle. This is a necromancy artifact, I believe. Quick and they battle and necromancer with you his magical pendant. Later, a wizard tells you that the pendant protects undead under your control from holy word spells. Completely and utterly useless since I have no living dead under my command. However, I have found 10 units of wood, and that is going to come in handy reasonably soon. Possibly quite right now. Alright, hold on. This is the main castle of Citadel. This is Burton that has some things. Let's get the armory. Let's say concession for large maps to get rid of trash. You can go through every single battle, as you can see, and I'm willing to go through every single battle. It may be somewhat tedious, but then again, what is this game if not tedium? Just tedium made manifest. Seriously, what is there to this game? Once you get the hang of it, basically all of the things you do over here are quite repetitive. I could hypothetically buy all the units, but then I'll buy the peasants by accident. But thankfully I can just enter the well screen over here, and as a little bit of convenience, you know, quality of life improvement, I can just buy them all at once. When there was nothing else to do, yeah, I guess. Quality of life was not a concept quite yet. Right, I'm going to go deliver these reinforcements up north. I could hypothetically get the reinforcements from other towns first, but that would be quite a long wait. Let's just go over there immediately. Right. People were a lot more patient, yes, but at the same time, I mean, people who think in nostalgic terms certainly have to come to grips with this notion. They could look at these games from the days of yore and figure, oh, they were so great, much better than the games these days. They're not. They're really not. They are so heavily flawed. That's not to say that there are no good parts of them. I'm not gonna fight the Rangers, by the way. I would presumably incur some losses because they are ranged. I mean, honestly and obviously. Which is not to say, of course, that these games don't have the distinct advantages, that they don't have things that are awesome about them, but still, they have definitely... Some have definitely aged better than others. Ah, yes, the soundtrack. Indeed. It's interesting now that I think about it, because there are few games that have really horrible music out there. They either have no music, well, I guess they might have some reasonably simplistic music, and then there's just great music all around. The Rangers perish. I mean, fair enough, might be an exaggeration, but still, the music is on point. It is absolutely lovely. Oh, it's just adorable, isn't it? I mean, listen to it. It is so utterly innocent. Traveling tinker in need of supplies offers you a helm with a thunderbolt design on top. In exchange for food and water, curious you accept, they find out it's magical. Yes, it halves damage from lightning bolt spells. Glorious. Alright, next up, a pack of paladins. Have I visited? I haven't visited the gazebo. Ugh. Fine, whatever. Visit a gazebo. Gotta go fast. That's quite a few paladins. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. Now, granted, this army is enormous, and I have stats on my side. They don't, but still. A mighty force indeed, not to be underestimated. Alright, fine, let's block them off. The last thing I need is them surrounding my precious archers. Ah, I'm going to lose so many units here. Oh, well, it's all ogre. Haha! Single move followed up by another move, and oh, so many of them go down in the blink of an eye. 2 down, 4 down, and that's gonna be it. Okay, so 4 of my precious Master Swordsmen have gone down, but that is perfectly acceptable. Leadership or scouting? Let's get better leadership. I do want those extra turns. And here's a scroll, so my beloved majesty can cast some spells. And of course the expansion can showboat what it has to offer. What do we have? It's day 5. I still haven't visited the castles, acquired all the units that lie within. How unfortunate. What do we even have here? Might as well recruit what we have. Right here, right now. And then there's the Feld Castle, which only basically has these archers. I'm not gonna recruit peasants on general principle. Okay, fine. We can see that yellow heroes are over here, up to the northeast, and down to the south, sorry, northwest, and down to the southeast there's some other group or whatnot. So the map isn't completely empty. Will I move on to later versions? I think so. I don't necessarily look forward to that, but I probably will anyway. Although I would certainly prefer to... I don't know, I would prefer to say play Master of Magic a bit. Or something. Well, basically anything that's not Heroes of Might and Magic. Even though I get it, that's what people expect, that's what people want, at least to a certain extent. Find an elaborate container with a vellum scroll, what is it? Teleport! We found the teleport spell. Wait a minute, the teleport spell? Oh no. He needs the magic book, otherwise he cannot cast it. This is pathetic. A brief stop at a hastily abandoned wizard's tower turns up a magical vial of mercury that always has a little left on the bottom. Recognizing a treasure when you see one, you cap it and slip it in your pocket. Excellent. And of course, the Nomad Boots of Mobility. Discovering a pair of beautifully beaded boots made from the finest and softest leather, you thank the anonymous donor and add the boots to your inventory. All hail movement speed. Alright. The tree wants 10 gems. I'm not sure what's gonna do with them, but fair enough. Scouting or pathfinding? Fine, let's max out scouting as early on as we possibly can. Why not? Since we have it, might as well use it. I get it. It's not a particularly useful skill, but it's better than nothing. Right. And those reinforcements... well, relatively substantial, I would say. They're nothing to sneer at. They're not enormous, but they're not terrible either. Right. On the way back, this guy's gonna pick up units from this castle, head on over south, and what shall our majesty do? Presumably go through here, go through the... slay the pikemen, get all the experience. What's with this map anyway? Look at this. What is going on here? The veteran pikemen flee. Do I seriously want to pursue them for the experience? I mean, I've kind of promised myself that I'll do this in exchange for sometimes picking up chests for gold, but still, the tedium. Bah, not far enough. What a glorious battle, yes. I presume much experience has been gathered. Alright, this guy goes here, this guy goes south, and the king shall enter the Xanadu. So he gains +1 attack, +1 defense, +1 spell power, and +1 knowledge. Awesome. Next up, lots of... How many is lots? Hold is 52.99, so lots is gonna be 20 to 49. That's lots of paladins. Can I actually... I think I can take this on, but that is quite a falls. Yeah, let's go with it. You know, false stacks of 5 seems significantly less intimidating. Also, that is literally the lowest number there could have been for them to still qualify as lots. That's 20. Yeah, also opening up path for the normal heroes. I don't care! I seriously want to get things done. With the way things are going, this is probably going to be another 8 hours of a desperate slog, but still, let's, at the very least, keep things going as smoothly and as quickly as humanly possible, rather than, you know, just lingering endlessly. As I tend to in basically everything. I have this overwhelming tendency to just take my sweet time doing absolutely every single thing. Well, I sincerely doubt I have to. What else am I supposed to do on this map anyway? Am I supposed to go ahead and defeat the Phoenixes here? Get this town over there? I have to go somewhere. I'm not just gonna hang out. Okay, down they go. Tiny losses, 6 pikemen, whatever. Veteran pikemen, I guess. Slay these guys, get the experience. You know, another argument in favor of clearing this out rather than just ignoring it. Yeah, if I leave it be, then sure, I don't have to fight them right now, and why would I want that? But other than that, they could hypothetically eventually venture over here, and they could take all of that experience from me, all the artifacts and so on. I don't want the AI to gain an advantage in the meantime. I want to crush them while they are weak. Then again, most of the time. The way these things are handled, the AI is just given a false that's reasonably strong to begin with, so you don't just rush them. And then they just mill about, squander all the opportunities, and you do end up crushing them anyway. Now, unfortunately, if you improve the AI in such a scenario, if that is indeed the case, then that tends to end particularly poorly, because then smart AI with an overwhelming force will rush you and you will die. That's kind of the inherent problem with coding AI that way. Or you could hypothetically try to have everything be fair, give them a small force to begin with, and then be off to the races, have them do basically the same things you do. Like it's a multiplayer game. You can. Alright, yellow and orange, gotta pay attention to that, and there's the enemy hero right there, it's Hector. However, I'll get my experience before I engage him. Why am I even... whatever. I am supposed to... Right. I'm supposed to upgrade the archers, obviously. I'm supposed to get the other units and upgrade them as well. That makes perfect logical sense. However, I might as well take the units from here and upgrade them, rather than just bring upgraded units over here. It's just a matter of the order of operations. It's not a significant blunder on my part. Over here, over there, all the way back. Why are we back? I guess I can just drop them off and be on my merry way. Have the other hero handle the management of these units. The archers' houses, of course, they have archers in them right now. And the waterway hasn't been visited because they too. Endless toil, endless toil. So many chests. So few level ups. Archery or Pathfinder? Let's take archery. So my precious rangers can possibly pay off for me picking that trait at the very start. As unlikely as that seems, I have picked archery. If I made a mistake, I still do not know. Well, as you can see, the enemy heroes are milling about. I hope to find the one and only castle in the area, take it over and be done with that. But first and foremost, let's be done with Hector. He seems to have a particularly paltry falls to just be prancing around. Ah yes, Disruption Ray. Oh, they love Disruption Ray oh so much. But then again, look at that. They've slain, what, 0 units as far as I can tell? And just got immediately obliterated by the retaliation. And of course the enemy hero flees, wisely enough. A stone statue of a warrior holds a silver shield. As you remove the shield, the statue comes to dust, +2 defense. Look at my stats. 15 points. 15 whopping points of defense. Now isn't that something? I'm gonna preempt you. It is something. It's 15 points of defense. To be more precise. Wait, do I have the wood to... Why have I not gotten the blacksmith? Because I need to get the... Oh, I haven't gotten the statue. I've been slipping. Oh my goodness, what is this nonsense? What is this? What am I doing with my life? Can't get the jousting arena because I need plenty more lumber. I have enough ore to be able to trade for that. So let's not neglect that. I guess this is Yes, but building marketplaces means I am using up that precious lumber. Is that the way to go? But then again, I'll be able to trade at more reasonable prices. So perhaps. I don't know anymore. Not that it matters, after all, my force seems to be particularly overwhelming in comparison with what we are facing. At least for now. Not to jinx it or anything. Do I visit the witch's hut? No, there's no way. I already know all the things. All the things you could possibly teach me. Fine, let's go east. I see 3 factions in my future. Green, yellow, and orange. Presumably I could have gotten that information out of the Thieves Guild, but no. Alright, units acquired. Right, visit this, that, this, south. What about good old Maximus over here? These guys and the other group of archers. What does this sign say? The Enchanted Forest. Lovely. Do we just sidestep the Phoenixes and go directly for the town of Winterkill? I don't know, I feel like we should just head north and deal with Troyan and the rest of her ilk. I won't say lackeys because I have no idea whether she's the top dog of the bunch, so to speak. Why do I even have this titled Yar? We're no longer fighting any pirates whatsoever. No truth in advertising over here. Alright, fine. Stay the Hall of the Dwarves. I said stay... These are dwarves, though. It's a whole... I'm not gonna fight dwarves. I know what dwarves are like. They're tough. Not gonna fight the magi. Oh, no, look at this. Look at this. It's a maze, I say. Several bone dragons. Oh my goodness. I'm quivering in my boots. I should be blocking the archers. What am I doing? Those are ranged units. Sorry, those are flying units. Ow. Hide. Down they go. Those ogres joining me early on are still paying dividends. Listen to them crumble. Yeah, I know I've lost 12 rangers, but so what? Guess once you get into the groove of things, it's what, this game becomes better? Does it though? Or does it become worse? Because then you're just repeating the same familiar steps over and over. Well, it becomes something different, I guess. Quite different indeed. Ah, yes, I was supposed to use the lumber to possibly, you know, accomplish something. It's guarded by a genie. Do I want this artifact? Whatever, let's slay the genie. Hello, genie. Don't halve my unit stack. It didn't, but it had the chance to. I get the Ankh, which makes my units... it doubles the effectiveness of resurrect and animate spells. I don't have any! Also, this is a dead end. I'll have to leave this little... leg of the forest? Whatever, this place. Whatever it may be. Down that goes. Get the white pearl. But it's guarded by a genie. Seriously? Again? I'm playing with fire over here. White pearl. It increases spell power and knowledge by 1. Great. Visit a gazebo, and that is it. We have to go all the way around, but that gives me a chance to get reinforcements. Isn't that glorious? Alright, we'll go over here, and as we get on out, we can possibly head north and deal with Ariel. Ariel? Oh my goodness, like in the Tempest! Ugh. But then again, yes, indeed. Ah, the Tempest. Lumber. I was supposed to spend lumber. Do something useful with it. Right, to get the blacksmith, we need the well and the thatched hut. How do I not have the well over here? Well, well, well. Wow. And I can hypothetically get the cathedral over here as long as I actually, you know, trade for the lumber, yes. Can't get the marketplace in the third castle. Do I wait to... Fine, I'll wait a turn, get the marketplace in the other castle, and then only then start trading at a favorable rate. Am I not losing out more on this operation than I'll be gaining by getting the marketplace? I honestly can't tell. Alright, fine, the marketplace has been acquired. I really need to pay more attention to this. I really need to actually focus on building up my infrastructure over here. Because I can. I've completely neglected this nonsense. Right, fine. We have been told in no uncertain terms that this would be an issue. It is an issue, but we can absolutely work around it, and we should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, we have 20 units of lumber. Get the cathedral, there it is. We'll soon enough get steel 6 units, about time. If this was a higher difficulty level, presumably I'd already be lost due to my own neglect. 20 crystals. 20 units of lumber still. And I can barely get those. So I can get a second cathedral. Soon enough, all the paladins will start stacking up. As they ought to, I guess. Has this been visited? I do believe it hasn't. It has not. Fair enough. Heading to the east. Will these people actually meet? Because my king over here has quite the improved mobility. Which means that for all I know, this guy will never catch up. But we shall see, because he also meanders a decent bit to pick everything up. But then again, he could use a secondary hero to deal with all of this nonsense. To handle it in his stead. Lots of phoenixes. Now that is no laughing matter. Phoenixes are reasonably powerful. How many phoenixes do we have over here? A pack! And that pack is what prevented me from trying to cross over here. By the way, this, I believe, gives me gold every single passing turn. Quite enticing. How about I just go north and deal with Ariel? She seems particularly puny, and I don't necessarily want to unlock this path. Let's take care of her first. Take over her castle. I was supposed to get the buildings, yes. Blacksmith over here, anything over here? I need to upgrade to the cathedral. For which, of course, I'm going to need plenty of lumber, which I do not yet have, but thankfully that's not as much of a concern. The paladins can stack up. I believe they start out as crusaders and then become paladins. I think that's the case. Well, either way, the unupgraded unit can stack up, and then I'll get the upgraded version further down the line. It's no big deal. Have I recruited everything over here? No, I have not by any stretch of the imagination. Fine. Let's do that then, and then upgrade all of them in one fell swoop. In we go. Upgrade archers. Add them here. Same old song. Slay Ariel. Will there be some sort of a deciding confrontation in this scenario? Or is it just that one of these missions is particularly easy and the other one is really challenging? Is that the case? Low morale. Oh dear. One sprite. Absolute silliness. Yes, I'm compensating for slowness with high morale. I'm not getting the orcs. I can't get the orcs. I don't have the slots for the orcs. Nor for the sprites. No one here. There we go. There's presumably a castle over there. Is there anything I can build? Anything at all? No, not really. Alright, fair enough. Never mind. Oh, I'm under... Whoa, hold on! That's Jacqueline the Barbarian with stats that are relatively puny. 7 points of attack and 5 points of defense. Compared to 10 points of attack and 15 points of defense. I should be at an advantage though. I might have wanted to learn the spell to be able to, you know, teleport around. I should get a mage guild somewhere. And this also is a pretty impressive army. I mean, 30 Cyclopses. How do I even compete with that? But I should be able to take them on, I think. Yeah, especially with the stat boosts. 45 Rangers perish. Okay, at least he has slain his own wolves. That's good news. Can I even... I always have such a tough time trying to estimate whether I do particularly well in a given fight or not. Is this too much of an overwhelming falls? Is there too many of them? Gotta scatter them so as not to let the Cyclopses possibly rush both of them at once. Oh no, this is worrying. Oh boy. Fine, let's try to start slaying those stupid little Cyclopses. Okay, that'll do. Although plenty of Cyclopses remain, that still worries me a great bit. If only I could position my units so the Cyclopses would possibly zap their own units, but no. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think this is going to end particularly well. Might have overdone this. Fair enough. Let's retreat for now. The good news is I don't lose outright in such circumstances. And I get to re-recruit Lord Alberon immediately. With all his artifacts to a puny army. Well, that was highly unfortunate, wasn't it? Alright, what can I do from here? How can I possibly recover? It's quite a force Jacqueline's got, though. Then again, there's a good reason for that, I guess. It's presumably the final threat to the northwest. Not sure how many castles are at Jacqueline's disposal, but presumably I ought to build up a force of quite a few paladins to be able to take that threat on. I also guess we will be heading back south to deliver those precious reinforcements. Yes, maybe I should have delivered them earlier. Maybe it would have been at least moderately handy. Also, obviously, I'm going to need the lumber in order to be able to get advanced cathedrals, upgrade cathedrals. Yeah, to recruit champions, apparently paladins are the unupgraded version. I could try to trade all. I do have a surplus of it, but I'm not gonna have enough, not quite yet. What else could I possibly... Well, I could trade basically anything. I have an endless vial of mercury, so that's also an option. I don't need sulfur that desperately. Might as well trade some away. Oh, you know, all of it. Wait. Why am I even doing this? I don't have enough crystals anyway. This is reasonably pointless. Let's upgrade the units, hand them off. And get right back to, well, flagging, well, not flagging everything. Visiting everything, I guess. What can I possibly do from now? Just go ahead and slay unicorns all around? Well, I guess I could get this additional little town. And as long as Jacqueline's not hell-bent on expanding, there's a number of things I could do. All the way up to the point that Jacqueline arrives at my doorstep and I'm not prepared. I should presumably get the first tier of the Mage Guild. That would be reasonably nice. But of course I've traded away almost all of the ore, so that's not gonna happen. At least not now. I presumably shouldn't take on too big of a threat at this stage. Mostly I should get the reinforcements from Maximus. Fine, let's get them as early as possible, head on north and be active on the map. Wasting time isn't going to serve me particularly well. Guess that's an army. No, not a particularly impressive one, is it? Love the sound effect. I have the crystal mine, although I can't really benefit much from it. Hold on, I have been given the scroll of teleport. Quite explicitly. Now, unless that was random, which would be hilarious, that means that I can just completely circumvent all the barriers. I can just teleport over. So yeah, let's build a mage guild right here and send my Lord and Savior over here. Can he now use this spell that he has acquired from the scroll? Yes, he can. Oh no, wait, teleport is a spell used on the battlefield. Never mind any of that. Oh, that's still moderately useful, I guess. Can we take on a pack of phoenixes with this puny falls? Quite possibly, although it's not going to be as easy as it otherwise would have been. Yeah, without a hero accompanying them, I presumably can. And thankfully, the heroes seem to be interested in minding their own business rather than aggressively pursuing me, so there's that. They don't seem hell-bent on destroying me, somehow. Which I find moderately confusing. Right, pack of phoenixes, go. If I can't take that on and have just made a terrible mistake, I'm going to regret so much. I can take them on with horrible losses, but I can take them on. Down they go. Horrible losses sustained, but I got through that. In the end. Yeah, now I have a water wheel to visit and gold to gather. Not necessarily a task suitable for my main hero, but, well, since he's here anyway, someone's gotta do it. Oh, you know, with all that leftover gold, I might as well recruit another hero entirely. Yeah, like Crack Hack. So I can go around and do all these things for them. Visit the castle first. But I don't have the jousting. Of course. Well, of course. I need the lumber. Don't I always? All right. Unfortunately, the Foundry doesn't upgrade paladins into champions. Alas, alas. I'm going to have to gather those resources first. But that's okay, I guess. Visit this, visit that. You head north. There'll be nothing left for him to do once he gets there, I guess. All the movement points that my heroes got. Oh, by the way, this area has been thoroughly unexplored. This place in the middle. And there are quite a few towns here to conquer. Well, let's do just that. The forces over here aren't completely puny, but they're not particularly intimidating either. And they have no heroes associated with them, which makes the fight significantly easier. Turn to Rangers, were the price I had to pay, and the sawmills in the region. This is it. This is the place. This is where I get my lumber. Yeah, I presumably should have gotten here earlier on. And by the way, here's Agal with a sizable force that is about... Oh yeah, that is about to crush me. This is not gonna end well. I can eventually upgrade this to a castle, but unfortunately I don't have the resources for that. I presumably shouldn't have failed in that original fight. Oh dear, it was going so well, at least it seemed to. Yep, he broke through and is right here, ready to fight my primary hero. Though that's just several tier 6 units, but then again I have basically nothing to compete with him. Nothing whatsoever. And he's going to catch up because I'm in no spot to run away. Great, so I'm going to have to lose another batch of reinforcements and we'll have to rebuild again. Yes, the only thing that worries me at this juncture is whether I am completely beyond the point of no return. Can I come back from this or can I not? Because it feels like I possibly might not be able to. But we shall see. Oh, and Crack Hack doesn't have any reinforcements for him. He was just supposed to do stuff. Oh, and by the way, Agal has upgraded that puny little town to a proper castle. Well... props to him, I guess, for spending those resources. I'm still in a fairly awkward position. Oh dear, oh dear. Yes, I should presumably get as many champions as I possibly can, but it's going to require resources I just don't have at my disposal. Could just go ahead and deliver these units. Ah, yes, and this will be visited by Crack Hack, so I can go all the way back, take these units with Galavant, upgrade them over here, then deliver them to my main hero. Oh no. It's all going down. I mean, as long as you have the resolution set sufficiently high, it should all be perfectly legible. But yeah, it is in 2K on purpose. I want to be able to see more of the map all at once. In fact, I am quite confident that one of the worst things about the original game is that you can see so little at any given point in time. So you basically have to map everything out in your mind. Whereas over here, everything is visible at a glance. But yes, there's a possible disadvantage. If you're viewing this at a lower resolution, things well, might particularly not be as legible. But then again, I don't know. I had to strike some sort of a balance, and this is what I decided on. I mean, even at the best of times, I don't play that well. I mean, I've seen that. I've seen the results. Even right now, even as we speak, I think I'm ultimately on a path to disaster. I think I'm going to lose horribly in the near future. So I need any boost that I can possibly get. What else do I want to give away, if anything? I guess that's about it. Right, Crack Hack's got those spell artifacts. The King's got this. Anything else? Yeah, there are a couple of more forces I'm about to deliver. Fine. Great. So now all the artifacts are getting gobbled up by orange and green. Oh, look, it's Draconia. How fitting, yes, with lots of bone dragons, of course. You know, I think your hope is ultimately misplaced. Look at this. Look at this. I think the moment I ventured so far northwest and lost that battle, I have ultimately failed and will not be able to extricate myself from this predicament, so to speak. I mean, seriously, what am I supposed to do here? I'm basically trying to come to terms with my own defeat at this stage. Desperately. I was about to... It seemed like she just died on the well. No, she teleported to the well and then used a spell to teleport all the way back to Winterkill. Nice. Wonderful. How am I supposed to contend with them? Yeah. Yep. That's how this plays out most of the time. So seriously, what am I supposed to do from here? Just restart? Or, you know, possibly just reload what I have started out with today and just not make the same mistakes. I hate reloading, but then again, redoing this entire thing doesn't strike me as particularly tempting. Oh boy. Look at this army. I could hypothetically get a couple of unupgraded tier 6 units to go with it. Is that seriously going to work? And even if I take them, or if I don't take them, what exactly am I supposed to do with this army right now? This territory in the middle seems pretty crucial. You get over here, you get all the way over here, you possibly get the sawmill and all that. You get all that lumber, kickstart everything. You can possibly upgrade the cathedrals, get the champions. Restart now and lose in 1 to 2 weeks. Do you think this is a situation from which I cannot recover? I mean, Draconia worries me. Yeah, and the more I look at this, the more I realize that I don't think... Well, yeah, let's see. The middle has been overtaken by green and orange. These castles are no longer mine. I'm stuck in this corner, and these are my forces. Yeah, I think that is about the situation, isn't it? Yeah, I'll give it a couple more minutes. And then, you know, I might as well retrench and restart next week. I don't think I have the heart to retry today. It's just crushing. A pack... Can I take on a pack of... I presumably can barely take on a pack of red dragons with what I have over here. Although I will certainly have losses, but at least there's no hero behind this. My ability to estimate is, Paul. They get lucky. A red dragon perishes, stabbed by an archer. Oh, a ranger. But yeah, I'm presumably just treading water at this stage. Yeesh. You know, the worst part about all of this is that at the very start it seemed like there were no heroes on the map whatsoever. It all seemed completely empty. They were nowhere to be found, and now I'm overrun. And I get it. The idea is that you get this little grace period at the very start where you can mill about, do your own thing, and possibly gain enough of an advantage to be able to make it out alive once they come for you. But, alas, I guess I've squandered that bit of time. Mostly because I didn't necessarily know what to expect and where things were, and how was I supposed to know? But yes, I am afraid that the problem is that I've lost any and all momentum I could have possibly had. Well, might as well see what's around here. Oh look, it's Elgan with an army I can possibly take on, and same goes for Georgios. Which is cute and everything, but it's still a little too late. Oh well. Well, at least now I know what situation I am put in initially. I will desperately try to do better next time, but trying to recover from this, presumably, is fairly hopeless. Which, of course, is something I absolutely despise, because you get into these spots where you have already lost, but you have to figure that one out for yourself. The defeat will be slow and stifling. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.